Let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you made a decision, a real decision, without first thinking about what someone else would say? Your parents, your friends, your relatives, society. If you had to stop and think, then this story is for you. We all know someone like this. Or maybe we are this person. Someone who wakes up every morning and before they even brush their teeth, they are already thinking, will people approve of this? What will my parents say? What will my friends think? This is the story of a young man named Adam. On the surface, Adam had everything together. Good grades, polite manners, always smiling, always agreeable. But inside, Adam was exhausted because he wasn't living his life. He was performing it. Adam grew up in a home where approval was everything. As a child, when he drew a picture, he didn't ask himself if he liked it. He looked at his father's face first. When he chose his school subjects, he didn't ask what he was curious about. Instead, he asked what would make his parents proud. By the time Adam was 22, he had built an entire life around other people's expectations. He studied engineering not because he loved it, but because his father said it was a respectable field. He stopped painting, something he genuinely loved, because his relatives laughed and said art doesn't pay bills. He even ended a friendship once because his mother said that boy was a bad influence. Piece by piece, quietly, without even noticing, Adam had given away every part of himself. And the worst part was that he thought he was being a good son, a good person, a responsible human being. He thought shrinking yourself for others was called love. Then came the day everything fell apart. Adam failed his engineering exams, not once, but twice. And this wasn't just an academic failure. For Adam, it felt like the ground disappeared beneath his feet. He had sacrificed everything for this path. He had swallowed his own dreams and smiled through years of doing something that felt completely wrong for him. And still, he failed. That night, he sat alone in his room. No phone, no noise, just silence. And in that silence, a question came to him. Not an angry question, not a dramatic one, just a quiet and honest thought. Whose life have I been living? He thought about it for a long time. He remembered the painting he used to love and how his face used to light up when he held a brush. He remembered the day he threw his last canvas in the trash because someone laughed at it. He thought about every time he said yes when he meant no. Every time he smiled when he wanted to cry. Every time he changed his answer because someone in the room looked uncomfortable. Sitting there in the dark, Adam didn't feel angry. He felt something even sadder than anger. He felt like he had been a stranger to himself for years. The next morning, Adam did something small, something that sounds almost too simple. He bought a sketchbook. Not for anyone, not to show anyone, not to post online or receive compliments. Just for himself. He sat down and drew for the first time in 4 years. His hands were shaky, and the drawing wasn't good, but something happened inside his chest that he hadn't felt in a very long time. He felt like himself again. That week, he started asking himself a different question before every decision. Instead of asking what people would say, he asked what he actually wanted. At first, it was uncomfortable, almost painful, because when you spend years outsourcing your choices to other people, making your own decisions feels terrifying. His father was disappointed when Adam said he wanted to take a break from engineering. Some relatives talked, and some friends didn't understand. And yes, it hurt. It really hurt. But choosing yourself doesn't mean you stop caring about the people you love. It simply means you stop disappearing for them. Adam still loved his father and respected his family, but for the first time, he also respected himself. What Adam eventually learned is something important. Seeking approval isn't weakness. It's human. We all want to be loved, and we all want to belong. But there is a difference between wanting love and needing permission to exist. When you constantly wait for others to validate your choices, your career, your relationships, your dreams, You slowly hand over the steering wheel of your life. And one day you look up and realize you are somewhere you never wanted to be. The people whose approval you chased are usually busy living their own lives, worrying about their own problems. But you are the one who stayed behind, waiting, shrinking, and disappearing. Adam's story didn't end with a big dramatic success. He didn't become famous or prove everyone wrong in some movie-like moment. He simply became someone who finally felt at home inside his own life. And he once said something that stayed with me. The most peaceful day of my life was the day I stopped needing the world to clap for me. So let me ask you again, whose life are you living? Are you making choices from your heart or from the fear of judgment? Are you chasing your own dreams or performing someone else's idea of success? You don't have to burn everything down, and you don't have to hurt the people you love. But you do need to start including yourself in the equation. Because at the end of this life, you will not be asked what your relatives thought of you. You will only have to sit with yourself. And the only question that will truly matter is this: was I true to who I was? Choose yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of self-respect.